Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Neon Souls. Thanks for waiting for us over these last few weeks. We've been gone for a little bit, but we are super excited to be back here and playing some Fate and doing some pirating and generally making poor life decisions. I am very excited to be back and doing this. But before we jump right back in, I'm going to go ahead and do some quick announcements so you can know everything that we've got going on the channel right now, and can join us for all of our other shows. Our next stream after this one will be tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll be playing Saturday Night's Star Power. It's another Fate game that I run because I like the system a lot, and it is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired stream game. It's super anime, and I need to look at my notes to remember where we left off last time, but I'm sure it was somewhere traumatic. So come join us. You were eating something?
No, I was doing surgery. Oh, God.
Oh, right. It looked like you were cutting a steak.
Yes. The steak
I'm sure that's what Fang thought it looked like, too.
I mean, we did use, like, what, a Ginsu knife to do it? So, I mean, that's not too far out of the
Yes, we
realm.
did.
God, I have no memory of this. I
Yeah,
need to read my
we took a
notes.
sushi knife from Piper's Kitchen and cut a bunch of shrapnel out of Fang in a panda crew.
Yep.
That's right. Okay.
This
I do
happened.
remember that. So yeah, join us tomorrow for that. It'll be a lot of fun. And then Sunday we'll be back with Slang 201, where the crew will be back and doing some more monster hunting in our Monster of the Week game that Savannah runs. The rest of our schedule through the next week should be normal. I will give a preemptive programming note that we will have another hiatus on the channel starting on the 17th and running for probably the next 2 weeks after that, where any game that Savannah and I run is probably not going to be happening, and the other ones are probably up in the air. So we'll see how all that goes. But come hang out with us over the next week while we still can stream. And then hopefully once we get back into February, things will get back to normal.
Yeah, that shouldn't last more than a week or two at most.
Yeah, at most. At most 2 weeks. Because we're
We're
moving.
adding new streams. We're streaming 3 days a week, guys. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Don't put that on
Only
me.
Wednesdays.
We're doing 10 streams on Wednesdays from now on.
On Wednesdays. Hour
Yeah.
to hour.
I'm gonna call it. I got nothing.
Nah.
Not even something dumb, just nothing.
The joke didn't come
Streams
to you.
on Wednesday, Wednesday.
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 I think that's just
Uh,
proof that Wednesday is a bad day and a joke killer.
There you go.
I don't want to commit to that. That sounds like my own personal hell to have to do that many games in one day. I love y'all. I don't want that much of y'all in one day.
They'd have to be really short games.
They'd actually be very short games. We can sit here around and talk about the logistics of that later. But we're gonna go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna let my players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, who they're playing here tonight, anything they do on and off this channel. Normally I'd start with Morgan. Unfortunately, Morgan is sick tonight. Wish her well, and we'll have her back here next week. I don't remember who goes next, because I usually
Me.
only have to go that far. Savannah,
I do.
go for it.
Hi, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. At least for the next couple of weeks, before we got a bunch of bullshit in real life to do. You can find me on this channel Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, either playing in games or running them. I run 2 games on this channel, one on Sunday afternoons. Val mentioned it, it's Slaying 201, it's Monster of the Week. A lot of these people are in it, and I'm gonna bully Sam into being on it sometimes. Get ready. It's your turn to be bullied. And then on Monday nights, with these people and Morgan, I run Dungeons and Dragons on a show called The Forgotten. It's good. There's dragons. Come watch it. I feel like that's enough.
There are dragons and dungeons. There are both.
There's been at least one dungeon.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good, I would say. for me personally. And then on Sunday nights, I'm on twitch.tv/lbhackemup playing Masks. But tonight I am playing Choke, who is the mercenary with a conscience.
And this is a show where we keep it going by ourselves. I remember. Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid, generally talking about shenanigans. Yeah. I'm here several nights a week, including tonight and every other Saturday, and on Sundays and Mondays, and on Thursdays, I run a game of... Okay, it's about 85% the new Urban Shadows 2E Quick Start Edition, and about 15% of the most amazing game in the world, Good Society, just because we really couldn't let go of all of those lovely, lovely storytelling and, juicy character bits. So we took those, we smashed them in with Urban Shadows, and we're calling it Good Shadows. And it's the new entry to the Elegant Stream-O-Matic universe. It's Elegant Creatures. It's on Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't remember what happened last night. I kind of blacked out. It was fun.
It's because
I
for half of it, everyone was bullying me into doing monologues.
That may be why, honestly. It was fun though. I do remember that it was fun. So check it out. Tonight I am playing Impulse. Impulse is the cunning fashionista negotiator.
Cool. So I guess that's me. Hey everybody, my name is Sam. You can find me on the internet everywhere as Smackaroni on Twitter, Instagram, really kind of wherever you want to look. Currently I am on the channel on Monday nights and Friday nights, playing in The Forgotten and in Neon Souls, which is this one. I'm not doing anything else right now, but maybe in the future, I don't know, we'll see. Tonight I am playing Chance, who is a bumbling fragmented biologist and who is making some really non-self-preservative choices recently, and it's very fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
And I am Val. You can find me everywhere at the Kraken's Crown. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. I've already mentioned 2 of the games that I run. I also run a game alternating Saturdays from Saturday Night Star Power called Saturday Night's Mistborn, which you should have a session of next Saturday. Also just been a couple of months to try to get scheduled together. So join us for that. We play the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson. That's pretty much me, but tonight I'm your facilitator of space crime. Y'all ready to get going? Savannah.
Oh, I wanted to tell you that I renamed my trouble before you got into the recap.
Oh, okay, please.
So I think Choke's recent troubles lately have been she's not the one starting fights, and that really stresses her out. So a lot of her trouble has been based in the fact that she's having to jump in last minute to protect all her friends, and I'm naming it after a song from one of my favorite bands. I'm calling it Sweat the Battle Before the Battle Sweats You.
Nice. Well played.
Yeah, everyone got a major milestone at the end of last session, so everyone has a lot of cool new stuff and potentially better dice rolls because of it, so it's going to be fun to see all that come into play. Smell also reminded me that I'm about to do a recap, and I forgot to write a recap, so here we go.
Sorry!
Previously, I was just going to skip the recap and just not say anything and just jump right in and hope nobody noticed, but we're here now. Previously on Neon Souls, your crew, your gang, the Little Scarlet, I don't think we have we've never come up with a name for your group, for your crew here. So yeah, we're 3 seasons in.
It's because we kept putting fake names on the side of vans. We didn't need one.
Very true. Very true.
We were Fantastic Sam's or whatever. That's the haircut place. Wait a minute.
That may have been a name of one of the cleaning crews. There were so many.
There were so many.
GB just kept coming up with them. We didn't need one.
Yeah. You took on a job from the Magna Terra, a religious organization worshipping magnets here in Reclamation, and led by the prophet Apollo, whom you've learned you have a prior history with. Again, go back and watch season 1. You decided or volunteered to take on an expedition for the Magna Terra into the heart of this asteroid that their holy site is built on top of, which is radiating some sort of very powerful radioactive force. You all buckled up inside a very cramped, highly sophisticated ship that they provided to you that could withstand the radioactive impulses or pulses coming from inside the asteroid, and took off. You had brought Zane with you as an engineer to hopefully help you along the way, while Choke piloted and the rest of you held on for dear life. The journey went fairly smoothly at first. You noticed this radiation did not seem to be permeating the ship nor your suits, and you began to notice some changes in this perfectly smooth tunnel that is burrowed into this asteroid. You began to notice signs of construction far beyond the reach that most of the remote piloted probes that the Magna Terra had sent in had been able to reach. As you wound your way or glided your way inside or further down this shaft, you encountered some defense systems that seemed to be put in place. A series of turrets self-guiding down this corridor that began to attack your ship. Through some clever piloting and some hacking and some risky maneuvers by chance, you were able to disable and destroy the turrets and finally emerged into the core of this asteroid. It was here that you found the source of this radiation, a massive energy sort of ball in the center of this chamber, giving off this golden green light. You also came across a ship, a dreadnought class vessel, black and heavily plated and armamented, named the Vengeance, which you immediately put together as being the former ship of the pirate king Thatch. You took on, or you divided yourself up into two groups. Choke, Zane, and Clarity heading into the Vengeance to try to investigate, learn what's going on, find some sort of clues as to what's happening here, while Impulse and Chance investigated the radioactive core. Inside the ship, the crew led by Choke encountered a autonomous defense system, a series of nanobots scattered throughout the interior of the Vengeance that formed into a amorphous, multi-appendaged robotic form that began to try to slash and claw and smother the three of you, and you were able to successfully fight and hack it off with your combined skills, pushing further into the ship, while Impulse and Chance, above or outside of the Vengeance, investigated the core and discovered a few things. That it seemed to be, this radiation seemed to be emitting from a central point, some sort of object at the center of this field, and it seemed to be attached to the ship somehow, like it was anchored to it. While you were doing your sciencing and your theorizing as to what it could be and trying to decide if you could somehow get the highly radioactive substance onto your ship, Choke and others entered the bridge of the Vengeance and found a console at the center of this control room that had a sort of a strange design to it. Seemed to have a segmented circle divided into 8 segments, triangular, and with a one piece that was sort of filled in, creating a sort of Pac-Man-like figure. Choke took the piece of 8 that you had acquired, slotted it in to one of those, and the ship, or at least the control room, seemed to partially power on, at which point an AI activated, a glowing orb at the center of this room that identified herself as Anne and asked, "How can I help you?"
That I'm the only one here.
You are the only one that is there right now, but you are in communication with Impulse and Chance still.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. What is your designation?
Don't have one.
Your biometric readings are not logged into my systems.
Yeah, I'd like to change that. That sounded weird.
It did, a little.
Sorry.
I'm not into that sort of thing.
No, that's really not what I meant. Sorry. Usually I'm not the one interfacing with folks, but here we are.
Yes, here we are.
So it looks like your crew is gone.
Yes, it appears that they have all left. My system has been offline for some time.
How would you like a new one?
I don't understand.
I'm the captain now.
That's not how this works.
Who's gonna stop me?
You'll need to provide an authorization code to designate yourself as captain of the Vengeance.
I assume that's a code that already exists somewhere.
Yes, you cannot just make up an authorization code.
Well,
that
I don't
defeats the
know.
purpose of... I'm not asking you to set your PIN number.
My ship doesn't have an AI.
That seems untrue, but I don't know why.
Absolutely
I've never talked to
does.
Choke has literally never interacted with it
She's
before.
never even seen... Have you seen them in the same room?
Is Choke the AI of our ship?
If you look around at all your friends and you think there's no AI, Choke has literally
probably
never
you.
interacted with the thing. She doesn't even know if it talks. She doesn't know how to.
I like to think on 6 months of the ship, somehow Choke has always walked out of the room before somebody activated or Nemo popped in for anything.
I'm pretty sure I've talked to Nemo once.
I think it was when we got the ship. You talked to Nemo.
Without an
Okay,
authorization
my ship
code,
doesn't have a very friendly AI who just pops up when you need something.
without an authorization designation, your capabilities on bridge here are limited, compounded by the fact that most of my systems are still offline.
Well, that's okay. I know someone who can fix that. How about we help each other?
Please explain.
You don't have a crew, and most of your systems are offline, so you're just gonna sort of sit here in the middle of a meteor forever. I need a big fancy ship. I don't know what the code is or where I would find it, and while I imagine you can't tell me what it is, you can probably tell me where it is.
Processing. there perhaps is a workaround to this situation. You are correct in your assessment that I am currently without a crew and a captain, and would need such to continue to resume my normal operating procedures. It appears that Captain Thatch has left some designations and instructions on how to proceed in this matter. I have video playback should you wish to view it. Would you like to watch that now?
You can't just, like, give me the highlights? No, I'm sure he probably worked really hard on it. That's fine, I'll watch it.
So you want to watch it now rather than waiting for the others to get here, or do you want to pull everybody into this scene?
Well, I imagine they were sort of on their way, and I could press play, and they could sort of watch it through comms, and then they would get here right as the video ended, and we could all discuss it.
That works too.
Like
Are
a
you,
watch
those
party.
of you outside, that would be good to know. Those of you outside, are you planning on coming in?
Choke hasn't said anything, but has just sort of been broadcasting the whole time, so I'm assuming that you guys are like, wait, don't let her talk to the computer.
As soon as she started talking to the computer, Impulse was like, oh shit, come on, we gotta go.
It's going great.
It is actually going great.
That's good, very good.
Okay. So the two of you are have piloted over, docked with the ship, and have made your way inside, past the broken nanobots, and heading towards the bridge. Yeah, we'll say Anne says, all right. Loading playback, and it begins to load. You see a scrolling wheel, and it says 1%, 2%, buffering, 3%.
We look around for an
2%.
Ethernet cable.
It's a fancy ship, but it's still an old fancy ship.
Zane says, "Yeah, I'll see what I can do," and starts messing
Looks
with
on the
some
router. Oh, you got
consoles.
Comcast? That's your problem.
I will say everybody arrives as the video begins playback, and you see broadcast on the screen. And kind of as the power is diverted into getting this playback on the screen, the other lights begin to sort of flicker, and screens around here begin to flicker. This ship is operating on like minimal power right now, and I'm going to change the music a little bit to something a little more. On the screen, it sort of flickers and then flashing. You get like fragments of an image and hear a sort of robotic voice, and then it begins to clarify into an image that is actually recognizable. And you see sitting there in the captain's console that is behind you is a looks to be a woman in like her early 40s with a shaved head, tattoos all around, and some scars, and then cyberware that is kind of lining her eyes, moving along her jaw, pretty heavy like cybernetic replacements. And she kind of gives a long sigh before she begins to speak and says, I guess I'll record this in case that fucking bird finally does me in. I'm running out of places to hide here, and I don't want to put my crew at risk, so got a plan. Can't say it's a good plan, but it's a plan, I guess. Anyway, you probably don't know me. I don't even know how long it's been at this point. Could have been weeks, could have been years. You could be fucking aliens for all I know. You might know who I am. I don't know what you heard, and some of it might be true, but you need to understand something here. This wasn't about getting rich, or being the best, or being powerful. This was personal for me. I slaved for fucking corpse for years. They took everything from me. And when I finally freed myself, got a ship, I named it the Vengeance, so there'd be no question as to why I was doing this. But you can't write your own legend. So here we are. Now, I don't know who you are, why you're here. Maybe you got lucky trying to make some quick cred and you're planning on scrapping the ship for parts. I guess it's better than it getting in the corpse hands, so fine. If you fucking work for a corp, I hope you fucking rot. But if you are a bastard, not the corp kind, the regular run-of-the-mill bastard, I can't blame you. The space drives people to their worst selves sometimes. I've been there. Maybe I can't convince you to take up my cause, but I can probably bribe you. I made a lot of fucking money doing what I did. Enough to buy my own planet, probably. Not that I really had any interest in that. But you want it? It's yours. But you're gonna have to work for it. If you need numbers or proof, you can ask Anne. She'll give them to you. Here's what you gotta do. If you don't have them already, you've probably figured at least this much out, but you're going to need to get the other 6 pieces of 8. Don't ask me why I named them that. It sounded cool at the time. I was trying to build an image. Just roll with it. I made a lot of fakes. I gave one to every member of my crew when I discharged them, so there's a lot floating out there. And, though, can point you to the genuine articles. Once you get them back here, I've got a job for you. You do it, every cred that I made is yours. Maybe along the way, you'll think about why you're doing this. And maybe what a life out here is worth to you. That's it for now. And the image cuts out.
That was a woman and no one fucking told us? This is some bullshit.
Maybe nobody knew. So, Anne?
Yes, undesignated occupant.
Choke.
Yes, choke.
Is the workaround that we have to go find all the pieces of 8?
That seems to be the case, yes. My ship cannot operate without the codex fragments.
Right. But you can show us where they are.
Yes, and you see the screen kind of flicker back on, and those images that you saw before, that galactic map with the 7 blinking dots on it, all appear. She says, these are their approximate locations.
I got it. There's 1 on Reclamation, 3 in the asteroid belt, 1 near Jupiter, 1 on a major asteroid called Vestra, and 1 on Earth.
And specifically, it was on Europa.
Near Jupiter, Europa.
Near Jupiter, yeah.
So I know, and technically you don't have to do what I say, and this might be asking too much of your operating, of the GM. Can you like map aside a route? Quickest way to get between points?
I do not know the specifications of whatever ship you will be using, but I can provide approximate guides towards your destinations. I can also upload tracking to any device that you will permit me access to.
Is she asking if we're going to put her on our phones or?
I mean, I guess we give her access to the shit.
What's a phone?
Oh boy.
Haha, that was a joke. I know what phones are. I'm not that old.
So
You did.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask Anne.
Yes, second undesignated occupant.
Impulse. My name's Impulse. Hi.
Yes, Impulse.
You said the Codex.
Yes, 7 codex fragments are required to operate the ship and return the drive to its nesting housings.
Yeah, could you just clarify, like everything you just said?
we gotta get the pieces and put them in the thing, make ship go woo.
I know, but what is the Codex?
It is simply what they have been designated as. I believe, Captain Thatch referred to them as pieces of 8. I prefer codex fragments. They are the necessary data for my full operations to proceed.
And the codex.
Right.
Oh. So Anne is the Davy drive? Or Anne operates?
It's complicated. The codex fragments contain data, you might say. Data that will restore operations to myself.
Yeah, also they contain a shit ton of radiation. What's up with that?
The codex fragments were created alongside the drive when the ship was constructed.
Oh, so that thing out there, that's the Davy drive.
That is correct.
Got it.
Undesignated occupant 3.
Oh, Chance.
Yes, Chance, that is correct.
Points at big ball of deadly radiation. That's your operating system.
Yes. In a sense. To be more specific, the entire ship is my operating system.
So it's both the ship's power, it drives it, and it's also the data drive, the Davy drive.
I always feel like the more people explain things to me, the less I understand what's going on. I really thought I had it there for a second.
It's not just me? Okay. Because, yeah, I
No,
feel like I'm just
I really thought I
more
had it.
confused. Okay.
I'm good.
Of course you are.
Do you require any other explanation as to your task that Captain has given you, or your compensation for said task?
Well, yes, that compensation, she mentioned that it was significant and that you had numbers.
Yes, I do. My drives also contain the full data storage of the separate and numerous accounts that Captain set up to hide their assets. I can provide you with a rough figure of what they have individually and collectively accrued over the last 52 years.
Let's go with just the collective number to begin with.
Yeah, ballpark it.
Calculating. By my current figures, the total amount of credit that is currently accrued is 265,456,972,546,156.
showing interest.
Yes, I have invested the captain's portfolio in several very lucrative funds over the years.
Turns to the other two. And you thought I was silly for asking to be the captain.
Okay.
That's enough for us all to live and die on 10 times over.
That's enough for us to buy other lives if we wanted them.
Fucking right. Okay. We'll do it.
Okay.
Quick problem. And
I'm not seeing one.
no, we came down here at the behest of the religious folks, and we now just like broke one of the systems that kept them from coming down here. So they can very easily probably come down here and find this ship while we're gone on another ship looking for all the little pieces to make this ship run.
I mean, we know who's running the Magnetera, right? It might as well be a corp at this point.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't give information to corporate folks, right?
No. Oh, you're not asking me. You're asking Anne. Anne, would you give information to corporate Fox?
No, my programming has specifically designed me to circumnavigate corporate influence whenever possible.
Well, I've got the name of another corporation for you to add to your Rolex there.
If you're concerned about security, with my drive partially reinstated, I can reactivate certain security protocols. Though it seems there was some damage sustained in my time of being deactivated, I could close the shaft that currently leads to this facility.
Oh,
That's something.
yeah.
I also calculating system diagnostics. Yes, my long-range transportation systems appear to be offline, but short-range transportation still seems to be operational.
As in
So you could move.
No,
teleportation.
She can move us.
I find that to be an unsophisticated way of framing it, but yes.
You're gonna find a
you
lot
can
about us
fucking
unsophisticated.
How is that unsophisticated?
I said teleportation. It's really a particle transfer. It's a sort of thing. It's not really teleportation.
And what do you call
Oh,
it?
good. Someone I can actually talk with.
And you're gonna find a lot of things about us unsophisticated, so why don't you and Chance just sort of do all the terminology
Sure.
and excuse the rest of us?
Absolutely.
And Zane.
Oh, yeah, Zany.
Who's here?
He can probably handle it. Clarity too. Actually, just terminology-wise, just don't tell me and don't tell her. Everyone else will probably get it.
Yeah.
If you're wishing to be relocated, I can transmit you up to a distance of approximately 1,000 kilometers.
We could die down here.
Yes, I was thinking the exact same thing. We're dead. We're gone.
Do you wish for me to re-engage security protocol?
Okay. Let's before we do, time out.
Don't
let's
kill
figure
us,
out-
please.
Yes,
No,
please don't
actually,
kill
no.
us. I mean, our entire crew is still, like, over there. So are we gonna relocate, like to Alco and our ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just making
It's
sure.
a ways out, though, right? The ship itself is still parked. Where the fuck ever? Where did we park?
It's on reclamation.
Right.
I would say unless 1,000 kilometers is a safe distance, I think that we're probably within 1,000 kilometers of reclamation.
Yeah? Okay.
600 miles.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
okay,
definitely close enough.
Okay,
Again,
okay.
this wasn't like you were going to the center of a planet. You're at the center of a small asteroid.
So, we bang up our ship, the little one that they sent us down in,
Look over at
push
the
it
little
into
one.
the tunnel with the turrets.
I feel like it's pretty banged up already, but yeah, of course.
We leave it
Do
in the
right.
tunnel with turrets,
Mhm.
come back, and shuts the gate, re-engages what security's left, beams us up, back to our ship, get the fuck out before they ever realize what happened.
Go find the rest of these. Okay.
Anyone who knows how ships work, raise your hand. So they haven't been able to see what we've been seeing. We know that.
No, because the radiation was interfering, right? That part I got. Static. Not good.
This has got to be backing up somewhere, right? Recording.
You have
can
reason
ask.
to believe. Oh, you're talking about what the ship was doing, or what y'all are doing on the bridge now?
Just in general, they said
Oh.
they were
you
going to
said-
stay in communication with us, so I'm worried about
They were
our
recording, yeah,
comms, that
like
they're
what we were
recording
doing.
and that it's backing up to the ship somewhere.
So you know that the radiation prevented at least any form that the Magnetara could figure out, prevented any form of data transmission, communication stuff. So your ship was recording, but they probably won't be able to get those recordings unless the ship goes back into range.
We could also just throw magnets at the recording
Magnets,
stuff
how
and
do
it would
they work?
scramble
How
it.
they work. We should probably like
You think the Magnetara haven't guarded all their technology against magnets?
That's how they work. They worship.
They worship them. They don't know how they work. There's a
Why would they
difference.
protect themselves against magnets?
Magnets
are their
work
Jesus.
in mysterious ways.
and nobody
okay?
fucking knew how he worked either, okay?
Straight up.
Like their whole thing.
Exactly.
Read a book.
Specifically
should
the
we-
one he wrote or something. Whatever.
He did write it.
He wrote the whole thing.
Jesus did. He wrote the whole thing.
He wrote the whole thing.
Gone Girl, my favorite book. That's what he said. It's the last thing he ever said. No, Gone Girl. Okay. I have to go now.
I just need a bit.
Killed Sam.
It wasn't even that funny.
Oh, it got me though. I'm gonna continue.
Anyway, all Choke is getting at right now is that maybe one last sort of little trek to the ship they sent us down on, maybe kick in the black box and
Yeah.
call it a day.
We gotta go quick because our radiation suits that whole thing.
Oh,
That whole
right.
song and dance.
We got probably. I have less time than you all.
How much did we have initially? 30 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
One last thing.
We don't
Aaron.
all need to go.
Are you able to transport us back onto your ship from another location?
Oh, yeah.
If you permit me to back up myself onto some device that you are carrying,
Oh, here, take my
then
data pad. Yeah, sure, take it. Take it.
please place on the terminal.
Okay.
And then it begins to load.
Should we do
There's,
more than one of us just in case?
Mhm.
I'm half cyberware at this point, so.
You're gonna download Anne into your head.
Oh, no, I don't have a neural implant, but
Oh, right.
Okay.
I could put you in my arm.
I do.
That seems more dangerous than what I said,
you're
which is
gonna
sort of
put
your
Anne
whole
in your
MO.
head.
I don't have anything else on my neural implant. It's inert. If there was one computer on it, I think I could handle that.
Right, I forgot yours is busted.
Well, it's not busted. It's that it got unlinked. But if there was, I
You
don't
just
know,
want to
an
do
AI
this so
in
you
there-
can talk to Anne like all the time.
Let
don't
me
you?
just-
That is not the situation.
Pull out my data pad and pull up thesaurus.com. Fucking words aren't good enough for anyone on this fucking shit.
I think
They're
it would just be
sponsoring
a
my
really
next
good
fight.
idea. I think it would be a really
Oh,
good
we got
idea.
them finally. Oh my god, it's been years now. Sorry.
I just think
Please continue, Chance. I
it
apologize.
would be a
Please do.
good idea to have who's essentially our guide on our journey, along with us no matter what. Because say we lose the data pad, we don't have Anne, we don't have our map.
I think it's a fine idea. I mean, if she's gonna be in anybody's head, it should probably be yours. She'll get irritated with me.
Yeah, I feel like, we'll be translating all the time, so,
Am I allowed to do this?
And then we got a couple of points,
Sure.
right? We got chance, we got
Yeah.
impulse. If we get separated or something happens,
Everyone
essentially-
gets to Anne.
meet up at the next point.
Yeah. Because essentially, like you said, your data, your neural implant isn't broken. It's just it was specifically linked to the corporation that you were working for,
Yeah, and
you
they
were
just, like-
terminated. They wiped it.
Yep.
So yeah, you would essentially be reinstalling the
A
operating
different
system.
OS, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's put Windows on a Mac.
See what happens.
Let's do it.
Okay. So each of you place your data pads onto
Every
the
time you wake
terminal.
up, do you have to choose like which operating system? Because that's how mine works, but it's fine. Continue.
and Chance lays their head on the terminal. The upload process completes, various dings happen, and then the rest of you out loud and Chance in your head, you hear transmission complete.
Oh, that is going to be funky. I can hear her.
Good.
Like-
I mean, that's good.
Okay.
Can
It's
you?
not as weird for me. This isn't my first time.
It's not your first time inside someone.
When I say stuff like that to you, I get shit for it. You can joke around all you want. Queen Anne it is.
Captain Thatch kept a copy of me on her operating system
Ah.
as well.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So you can, because I have, my neural implants, they are intertwined with my neural receptors, being mostly my hands. You can, feel things that I would touch.
Your hand gives you a thumbs up.
Oh, fantastic.
Looks at Impulse, and you gave me shit for so many years about not having a fucking neural implant.
I don't blame you at all. I'm thinking about ripping my own out as we speak.
Guess who has control of both of her hands? I might be cyberware down to my fucking nerve endings, but that's me.
I'm still on me
For
up
better
here.
or worse.
Okay, so,
I've been playing entirely too much Cyberpunk this week for this to be happening right now. Don't put Keanu in my brain.
So we're gonna like grab Zane. I'm just gonna assume that Zane, for fun, has our latitude and longitude and everything fucking memorized. So yeah, maybe Zane can help and find the exact place we need to quantum relocate
Leap?
to. Quantum leap.
Quantum
to.
leap. No.
Hoping that the next
Please, can
leap
we call it that?
will be the leap home.
Please, can we call it that?
Remind me to tell you about my very vivid dream
Sure.
about Scott Bakula being my real father. Anyway, continue.
Yes. We can't start talking about
That wasn't.
Quantum Leap.
You said father at the end, and there was another way that I thought that was going for a second. Then
No. Very vivid dream.
But Scott Bakula in
okay.
my brain, now that's something.
Ew. Hey, that's my dad you're talking about, all right? Jesus.
It's not my dad.
Okay, so Choke is going to scrap the ship, scuttle the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys should. I'll do this one, guys.
Okay, is anybody doing anything else specifically while Choke is doing this, or should we just fast forward through that?
Yeah. Fast forward's good.
Is there anything on the little ship that we need that I should get? We didn't really like bring a bunch of stuff.
Oh wait, my cooler of ice. I'm joking. You don't need it.
We have White Claw at home.
Okay. So Choke gets aboard the. What did we name the thing last time?
Something dumb.
The Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
Right.
Yeah.
God, I'm glad I
yeah.
get to kill this ship.
I'm glad we remember
Every
that's
ship that I
actually
don't
good.
We get to
name.
murder the ship.
Every time I don't name a ship, I regret not naming.
No,
that
that's a
ship.
good name for a ship.
This is how we got the Lil Scarlet.
It's a little Scarlet.
No, we got the Lil Scarlet because you forgot who Will Scarlet was.
That's fair. That's really fair.
I will run back
Choke,
the tape.
Choke, you board the Silver Surfer, and you like set it on cruise and then jump out and let it go
so I'm gonna
ramming
go
into the side of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to because it's little, and so I feel like Choke could probably figure out where this thing is. Like, it's gotta have like a black box or like a drive or like something that's like backing shit up. Even if it doesn't, you should probably find something that looks like one, just in case.
And just destroy it. Just
Because the last couple years have made her really paranoid about just generally everything. Just kind of smash that.
I mean, you could just like jump out of it and then throw a grenade in it or something.
Well, would I have brought grenades in this tiny ship?
I think we were very specifically like nothing that could detonate like that at all.
Fair.
So I think because the turrets are fucked, one of them is still operational.
Pour water on it.
I
Pour my thing of water on
take
it.
a bunch of ice cubes, and I
It just all melted at this point.
open up the console. I turn it the right way. I turn the ship the right way. I set it to cruise. I open up the console. Just sort of pull some panels off. I want it to look all just fucked all to hell in here. And then just pick up the cooler. Just dump some cold water in there. Put the lid back on. Grab whatever other bullshit Chance brought and bail.
Okay. So you've
We did though, didn't we?
You did.
Totally did. The rope, the ice, everything.
I'm bringing
You
the
jump
cooler
out.
though. You don't like just
A good
leave
cooler's
a good
hard
cooler.
to find, man. Come on.
I'll get some more ice.
You jump out, kicking off back towards the Vengeance as the ship begins to accelerate. You see some like sparking from the console as the water is beginning to make its way inside. The ship goes like back towards the tunnel, and then you watch as it kind of begins to like cartwheel through the air and begin to spin as the controls begin to malfunction, and then it just begins to like slam up against the sides of the tunnel, like ricocheting a bit until it finally comes to a stop.
We're out of ice.
Can you make the last turret just like shoot the shit out of it too?
I assume you're saying this to Clarity.
That would be a Clarity question.
Yeah, sure. I actually was talking like Anne. I don't know if the
Yeah.
ship
Oh, yeah.
could do it, but
Yeah, I mean, Anne could probably too if Clarity stopped.
You want to wrest
Fucking with it.
control back from Clarity?
Claire, could you?
Could you come hack this very important thing over here?
Yeah, I got it. And the you hear a pachoo, and the laser shoots into the side of the ship a couple times and blasts a big hole in it, and the ship explodes. Sure.
that is not what I was expecting, but cool. Awesome.
Well, that seems convincing.
Okay. Is this the third time we faked our deaths? Third? Fourth? Third?
I think it's
At least collectively. I feel like individually, maybe more or less. than
As a
that,
group,
but-
this is the third time we've faked our deaths.
Okay.
It's worked. It worked the other 2 times.
How many comparatively? How many times have you faked your death? Have you faked your death more times than you have pretending to be a repair company to get into
No,
secure location?
not even close yet. Not even close.
We'll get there.
We do have to do that in space at least once.
We really do.
All of you get back onto the bridge and waits for your command.
Okay, Your Highness.
He's going to tell you the very specific coordinates.
Beam us up. Or
Pointing
out.
at Zan.
Yeah, Zane.
Zane. Yeah, sorry, there was a Zan. It's Zane.
Zan. I think there was a Zan at some point.
Yeah, the kid that we saved from.
Right. Fuck me for doing that. You
Did I shoot him?
Zane?
No.
No.
Who am I
He's on our
thinking
ship
of?
now. Oh, no, you did shoot him. You did.
No,
It
Zan
was
is not on your. You kept Zan on your ship for a little bit until you worked things out with Butch.
Yes.
The kid that
There
stole
we
the
Okay.
thing. I did
Yes.
shoot him.
You did.
You
But
did.
it
shoot
was
him.
it was a flash.
It would be easier for me to make a list of people I haven't shot.
Have you shot Impulse?
I think I've threatened to.
Yeah.
We've threatened to shoot every one of us.
Yeah.
That's how I express
Yeah.
affection.
I can't remember if you shot Alco at some point.
Probably.
You punched Alco. You gave
Did
Alco
punch Alco.
Did
black
punch
fucking
Alco
eye.
really good. I
Yeah.
don't think
You
I
did.
shot him.
I don't think so. All right. Zane gives Anne the coordinates, and there's a moment where like the power begins to flicker a bunch once again, and goes, "This might feel a little weird," and everything sort of lurches.
If I had a
And
nickel for every time I've heard that, but
there's a moment where all of you are
I'm the
standing
only
there,
one that's
and
not allowed to say stuff.
there's almost like you all see a like a mirage, like a distortion in the air in front of you, and you see the ship, the little Scarlet, but you also see yourselves standing there, like you're looking into a mirror, like mirroring all of your movements, and it's this weird distortion as you're seeing yourself in 2 places at once, and your like consciousness almost seems to like flicker back and forth between where you're seeing yourself standing in the ship and seeing yourself standing in by the little Scarlet, and that goes back and forth for a moment where there's almost this like feedback in your head, like you have a microphone next to a speaker.
this
and
is
then
why I
finally
can't think about string theory for too long, because this is what happens in my head. Sorry, continue.
and then it stops, and you are standing at the little Scarlet.
And like Geralt of Rivia, I sit down and groan.
Prestige.
Yeah, you actually died, and this is a different you.
Please say Chance said that.
I would love for Chance to do that specific action.
Prestige.
Prestige.
Please do not think about whether you were vaporized aboard the Anne, and this is merely a reconstruction of you. That never goes well.
Why would you bring it up?
Why is that even a possibility?
Science is weird, yo.
Okay. Oh, you are old.
Well, if you want an actual explanation, it's not really a possibility because we have to have the preservation of mass, and if you do that, then you're actually creating mass out of that.
Just stop talking before I throw up. Oh, God. Okay.
And you see Alco standing at the on the ramp that goes up to the cargo bay of the Little Scarlet. Has like a box, like a crate that he was carrying, and has dropped it, and is now staring at the five of you and going, "The fuck just happened?"
Honey, we're home.
Just launches herself at him, like full on, like arms and legs, and just hugs.
Just pats you on the back. I mean, seriously, what the fuck just happened?
You haven't seen. You didn't see anything. Us, specifically. We're dead now. Again. Time to go.
What was in that Franzia?
Is it the red
Delta radiation.
or the white or the pink?
Swin thought it would be funny to mix the three. I didn't know it would have
Gross.
hallucinogenic
Oh,
effects.
come on.
So the pink.
Tick.
It did come out pinkish, yeah, and I'm starting
None
to think
of
that
you
the pink
have
is just a combination
Any
of the two.
respect for a decent drink.
I want a decent drink. I don't have Franzia.
Oh, and I suppose there
France
are
is
other
the oldest
No, we
winery on
decided
Earth.
Franzia
Just
is the
because-
premier.
I don't like wine.
But that sounds like a you problem. In the ship, now we're supposed to be dead.
Oh yeah, baby, we're dead. Sorry.
I mean, not you. You can be alive, but you just can't be seen.
You're
with us.
alive. We're dead.
So, am I dead? That would explain a lot of what's
Totally
going on.
not.
No,
Right,
no,
you are.
no, you're not. No, you're not.
I just walk up into the ship. Swin, we're dead again.
Swin, from I think one of the is like stacking some boxes of Franzia, try to get them out of the way because you have way too much Franzia at this point. And
We're gonna
says,
need it.
again? Was it Tuesday?
Wednesday, but we gotta go.
All right, I
Or
think I
they
got us
make us-
resupplied here.
Saints or something out on the meteor.
So what's technically closer? The big asteroid, Europa, or somewhere on the belt?
We've all agreed that we're putting off Earth until very, very last, right?
Oh,
For,
absolutely.
that
for
son of a
dramatic
bitch is
effect and also
shoved.
for my anxiety.
You know that thing is shoved straight up the mouse's ass. So yeah, no, we're not going anywhere near that until we've powered
Oh.
up fully.
Yeah, it's now a radioactive diamond in that thing's
It's
rectal cavity.
It's probably one of his eyes.
Ew.
If I was him, that's what I would do.
God damn it! Now I'm thinking about Coraline. Anyway,
If I don't mean to interrupt your banter, but
Yes, you do.
if you allow me access to the navigation systems of your ship, I can potentially provide more detailed descriptions of the locations you are looking for.
Alco, this is Queen Anne.
Oh.
She's the
Otherwise, she's gonna call them undesignated. At what 6,
right.
7,
This
8?
is Alco. Alco.
You
What?
don't have to yell at her. She speaks probably every language.
Hi, wait, did we get another AI? Cause someone isn't gonna. And you see a blue light form,
Oh, boy.
and Nemo forms next to you and says, "I knew it."
Oh,
No,
You were
Nemo.
going
sweetie,
to
no,
replace me.
sweetie, we're
I
not
knew this was
replacing you.
coming.
No.
Erasing systems and
No, Nemo, no,
I
stop, no, stop,
hate-
stop. No, you are not erasing your systems.
And you don't get to just decide to do stuff like that. Also, I feel like there's an agreement somewhere where you don't just get to Erase.
Did we ever
It's
read the
okay.
systems agreements for Nemo?
I don't read the fucking systems agreement for iTunes.
Okay, fair. Me neither.
Distune? iDistune?
That's how she lost her
I
arm.
did too.
That's what I lost my arm. Let me tell you the tale. So it just
I'll
keeps
just-
playing Cascada over and over again.
Nemo. This is Anne. Queen Anne. This is Nemo.
This AI system seems malfunctioning.
He's just sad.
Are you saying
Malfunctioning's a
you
good
can
word for it.
fix him?
Oh.
Not that he needs to be fixed. At all.
No, of course not. But, relationships have been started for last. What? Sorry.
Are you I
Oh,
thought you were legitimately trying to help him, or are you just trying to
I
set
am
up the
trying
two
to
of them?
help him.
Well, we're getting
no,
a
no,
girlfriend.
wait, but Impulse, don't,
What is
don't
the
do that.
quickest way of getting someone over depression? Get them
Don't do that
laid for
because Queen
fuck's
Anne is
sake.
in my...
Can he even get laid?
It'll be an interesting
Have to be-
experience.
wait,
No, hold,
It'll be an
Chance.
interesting experience.
I'm sure you have a great point. I want to rewind before you get to it. Can AI get laid?
Nemo, Anne.
No, that's.
Can you
Oh,
have sex?
Yes.
I have
The
to
answer
go.
is yes.
I have to
Anne's
go.
in my head. The answer is yes.
We're out of Franzi, and I have to go.
Oh no, Savvy's actually leaving. Oh no. Savvy, I'm sorry.
I'm
Savvy, come back.
I'm attached to my microphone. I can't go that far.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Do you wish to actually ask that again?
Don't test me.
As to your inquiry as to whether I can fix your AI designation, Nemo, I am not a licensed digital therapist.
I told you, he's
Processing.
just sad.
I have obtained the necessary credentials. I'll get to work on it.
Thank you.
Impulse.
Yes.
You cannot hook up Nemo and Anne because Anne is in my brain. And since Anne is in my brain, that would mean that I too would have to deal with Nemo.
Oh, I
That's
should
not
turn
true
my
at all.
ad blocker back on.
I'm sure that she can, put on a firewall or something. I don't know.
I don't want to get visual pop-ups of Nemo saying, I miss you. Why don't you talk to me more? I don't want that.
Okay.
There was something so bad that popped into my head just now. and I'm
Say
not gonna do it.
Say
Do it
it.
if you're
Say it.
nasty.
I was
Say
just
it
imagining,
now.
just like, oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff.
Also don't want that. Really don't want that.
That was upsetting.
I breathed truly.
I'm putting a marker on that. That one's going on the internet forever, baby.
But just that, just me saying that, no other
I'm
context.
Just
gonna
no
make that my
context,
just the, like,
fucking ringtone forever.
30 seconds. Do you want a clean take of it? Turn into-
No,
Oh, yeah, there you
no,
go.
I like the.
Get a little lead-in time. Clean
No.
take.
Nothing about that was clean. Don't want to change it.
Oh man. We should...
And then they were banned from Twitch.
Hey, no one has shown feet, okay? It's fine.
And they never streamed again. They peaked.
So,
So-
navigation terminal.
Sorry, I need to smoke
please.
a little bit after that.
Oh my god.
Do we want to move this along, or do we want to just marinate?
We're just
on
gonna
this a bit
sit
more?
on this for the rest of
Just sit in it for a while. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You take Anne to the bridge,
Okay. Cool.
and I assume somebody gives her access to the navigation module for.
Should we scan her for like viruses or something just in case?
That'd be a good idea. I mean, maybe we should have done that before we put her into Chance's brain.
We didn't do that, but we can do it now.
We can do it for the ship, though. Let's do it for the ship.
Oh, okay.
What is going to cost less? New ship? New Chance.
Not new Chance. New implant for Chance's head. There's a difference.
I guess it depends on what
Of several million cred.
I mean, nothing's going to cost 270 something trillion cred. We'll be fine.
We'll get 6 chances. It'll be fine. Do we just check real quick? Is it fine?
Clarity runs the virus scan. Everything's fine. I'm not doing that.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
That would make everything that's happened for the last 2 hours like completely bogus, and that would be super not.
Richer people than you have told worse stories. So.
Yes, Anne was trying to betray you the entire time. You never saw it coming. All right, you give her access to the navigation, and the display comes up with the kind of overlaying your own like map systems that provides the locations for the pieces. Now, did you leave? I'm going to say you had to leave the one piece there to keep the ship activated. We're going to go with that. Also, the gates got closed. I don't think I said that. That happened. Security systems went online and reactivated all that. So we're good there. So yeah, you see the map with the 7 points. One of them being Reclamation, where you know the Vengeance currently is, and the others scattered across the system.
Which one's the closest? Or do we want to go to the furthest away and like loop our way back around to whatever's up Mickey's butt?
I think we resupply. Go furthest out from Earth. Come all the way back in.
I agree.
So I'm trying to. I have like a galactic map or system map here too. Aha. Okay. So I can't ping anything on here. Can I? I can draw stuff though. So the most of it's going to be within this outer area around the asteroid belt, and Jupiter is the like furthest out point from Earth. So Jupiter is probably the furthest you can get from Earth. And if you're working your way towards Earth, you'd technically be going through the belt and past Reclamation. So Reclamation
Europa it is.
Yeah, Reclamation is somewhere like in this area, because it would be the midpoint between some of the outer colonies near Jupiter and some of the mining operations out there.
So wait a sec. So is there? So we know we already have the piece of 8 that we got, and the ship itself. Is there another ping on Reclamation? Like another piece? Okay.
No.
Just clarify.
You have the one the one that's on Reclamation is the one that you've got.
Got it.
So a couple of things you notice when you have it on this more like sophisticated readout right now. So the one on there's like I said, there's the one on Europa, which is stuck on the planet or on the moon, not moving. Same could be said with the one on Vesta, which is the asteroid, and one of the unmarked locations that is sort of off from the main like trade route that winds through the belt. The other two are moving. Both of them seem to be in the vicinity of near at the outer edges of the asteroid belt towards Jupiter. One of them is sort of stationary right now, moving kind of around the area of the outer belt. The other one is actually heading towards Jupiter, seemingly plotting a kind of a trajectory towards one of its moons.
Should we try to knock out the moving targets first?
Probably. We don't want them to get too far out of our range and increase our travel time.
So we head out towards Jupiter, take those out, make it the rest of the way, turn around and come back.
Anne says, I've obtained more information on some of the locations. It seems that 2 of them are aboard ships that seem to be navigating those quadrants. I'm currently pulling up designations and registrations for those vessels.
Sure, take your time.
Would you like this information?
Yes.
One appears to be on a ship designated as Pillager Queen. It is registered to a Ronald Carnage.
Okay, well I can tell you about how that one's gonna go.
The other ship designation is the Seahawk. Registered Captain Carol Flynn.
Okay.
Seahawk first?
Well, it depends. I can tell you which one's probably gonna take less time.
Which one?
One of the captains is named Richard Carnage, so...
Oh, sorry. Ron. It's Ron Carnage.
Ronald.
Ronald.
So Ronald, obviously, will kick their
I
ass.
feel like the first name really doesn't change the context any.
I mean, it does if you know the reference that I'm making with these, but that's fine.
Savannah does.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to go more of a, I don't know, toe-to-toe, all-out fight, or swashbuckling a bit? Because the second one sounds fun, but the first one will probably be more to Choke's tastes.
It's less about taste and more about wasting time, because if we are gonna die, I'd rather just do it first.
Right.
It should be said, both captains seem to have significant bounties posted in this sector.
Hmm.
Oh.
Are they dead or alive?
Doesn't specify.
Hmm.
But what's it for is the real question. Like, I can't imagine what our bounties look like at this point, so, you know.
Captain Carol Flynn seems to have relationship to or affiliation with the organization the Blood Pirates. If that means anything to you.
And I roll lore.
Sure.
I would have to have lore to do that. I have culture.
Culture work here. Culture would work very specifically for this group.
Okay. That is a 2.
With a 2, I will say you don't know a lot, but in some of your time here, you have picked up around like the bars and reclamation stuff. Some people have talked about the Blood Pirates, and especially about Captain Carol Flynn. They are a bit eccentric for you found that a lot of these pirate groups tend to attract very specific types. Your normal like smugglers and pirating groups, like the vast majority of them are pretty normal, just trying to make a buck, usually through unscrupulous means. Pretty boring. Some of these bigger groups got a little weird along the way, and Captain Carol Flynn and her group, the Blood Pirates, are known for being very sort of flamboyant in their pirating, very gallant. They do a lot of. They're very theatrical.
Gallivanting, perhaps.
Yes.
Mm. So that's the musical episode, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Cool. I'll be sure to warm up.
Yeah, so that's what you know about them. She also tells you, I'll just give you the rest of this information too. One of them, the undesignated location that is sort of out in the belt, seems to be a decommissioned exploration outpost, Clark Exploration Outpost, former corporate research center, seems to be decommissioned, and doesn't have a lot of details in the one on Europa, except it seems to be under the surface of the exterior surface of the planet, potentially underneath the ice that makes up most of the planet's surface. So, and Vesta, the asteroid, which is probably like one of the closest locations to where you are currently, is there's nothing designated there as far as Anne can find. But as she's giving you this information, she also, there's a pause, and she says, "That's strange.
What's strange?
Someone has pinged my activity on the network and is hailing me with a message. Attempting to open a line of communication. I cannot tell for certain. They have a corporate designation. Appears IDIS affiliation.
God damn it!
Of course it is.
Okay, Anne, we're not here. Just saying. Not here.
The communication seems quite insistent. I can block any attempts to trace or locate our source, but I will be prevented from doing the same towards the origin of this communication. Do you wish to speak with them? I have a ship designation as well. Alphanumeric designation PIR-0-CARI.
Captain.
Ah, fine, I'll talk to him. The rest of you can still be dead, though.
All right. She's bringing up transmission now. And the screen comes on. And you see the interior of a ship, a bridge. And it's very dark. You can just barely make out some lights. And there's no one on screen, though, right now. And you actually hear a voice off camera says, "What do you mean they're on screen? I didn't call anyone. Did you call someone? Oh, they're on now. Oh," and you see someone pop into frame, and they are a very flamboyantly dressed individual. You see very tanned skin, is wearing very piratey garb, has dark black hair that's interspect with beads and bits of bone, a red scarf that's wrapped around their forehead, and very scruffy looking kind of goatee, and very, very heavy eyeliner, and comes on, kind of swaggers onto the screen and says, "You're not Thatch."
No.
"Who the fuck are you?"
Who the fuck are you? You called me.
"I'm Captain Jack Sparrow." Savvy? And that's where we're gonna take a break.
I have questions that are going to inform the rest of this conversation.
Let's take our break here, though.
Like, not even sack Jarrow. Like, seriously,
No.
we just did it. We just did it.
We just
Disney
did it.
owns them.
We just did it.
I did it.
Okay.
Come at me, Disney. We can't. We're not going to be able to get any merchandising for this. We're not going to be able to monetize this character, but I had to do it.
Bet.
We will be right
Winnie
back.
the
We're gonna
Pooh
take
is
a quick-
public domain as of this year, so I'll find a fucking way.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes to finish our session. Everyone take a break. Take a deep breath. Stretch your legs.
Don't take a deep breath.
drink some
Keep
water.
this level of energy for the next 10 minutes.
And we'll see everyone back here very soon. So we'll see you then. Welcome back, Internet. I got some looks from my players on the break and a lot of questions. But we're going to jump back into it because I don't think I answered probably half of what was on their mind. So, Jack Sparrow just introduced... Sorry, Captain Jack Sparrow just introduced himself to you on...
Me
I don't need to say
specifically.
anything else.
Everyone else is hiding.
Yeah. Which everybody else can jump in if they want to.
No. I'm joking.
We're dead.
They're dead.
Is the transmission transmitted into my brain?
No, they just brought up
Via
on the-
your
that
eyes.
would be weird.
That'd be terrifying.
That would be terrifying. Just a big Jack Sparrow in your mind.
Ahoy, Captain.
So are you going to explain exactly what's going on here and why you are not in fact on the ship that I was expecting you to be on when I sent this?
In time. But I'd love to know why you're trying to call up Thatch first.
Well, I really didn't expect him to be here. I just, well, I mean, not since I killed her, but,
Then why are you calling?
well, somebody triggered some sort of alarm or setting that I had set up previously, and I didn't make the call. The system made the call. We had a regular conversation usually, so part of our banter, you might say.
So she missed your meeting.
By about 50 years, yes.
And the system just called today.
Well, it seems that the system was offline for some time. Did you find the ship?
What ship?
The Vengeance.
No. Never heard of it.
That'd be strange, because in order for us to be having this conversation, you would have had to be on the ship in the first place.
You didn't even know you called me like 2 minutes ago, so I feel like your knowledge is a bit spotty.
Oh, where the daily drive is, and then, don't you?
Don't know what that is.
Well, if you did know what the Davy Drive is and where it was, then I would encourage you choke, right?
According to who?
You did tell him your name before we went to break.
It was like 10 minutes ago. So
I would encourage you to tell me where it is so I could go to the finding of the thing that I've been looking for.
and if I don't?
Then things will get very unpleasant for both of us.
Okay, I tell you what. We can have a conversation. Question for question.
Fine. If it gets me to what I'm looking for, then question away. You first.
Is Elizabeth Swan real?
No, she's a character in a movie.
So are you? You're fucking calling me. I've seen the movies.
You know, when you go to the theme park and you see Mickey Mouse, it's not actually Mickey
No,
Mouse.
I
right?
fucking understand how it works. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
we've seen the real Mickey Mouse.
shh, you're dead. I mean, real, like,
Is somebody
you,
else there?
Real. No, just me.
Like me, real, no. The, wasn't as much of a market for having an Elizabeth Swan walking around, I suppose.
That seems like they're just not polling the right people, if I'm being honest.
I'm not the one that makes those choices, so my question then. Are you the captain of your ship, Joke?
Yes.
Well then, captain to captain. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
I believe it's your turn.
Are mermaids real?
Are these going to be all of your questions?
No, but they felt pressing. And I wanted to get them out before the conversation ended. Like I said, I've seen all the movies.
Well, if you're inquiring into the authenticity of mermaids as mystical beings that live in the ocean and woo unwary sailors, then no. But if you're asking if we have at some point genetically engineered mermaids for whatever reason, I can't confirm nor deny.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows that.
I'm sure you can gather through my... Yes, they've made mermaids, yes.
Okay.
Where are your companions? I believe you usually travel with a impulse, clarity. You've seen in the company of a few others. Chance, Alco, Swin, Yul, Zane. one rather incredulous doctor.
For someone with your public persona, you sure do your research.
Data storage and backups into my cerebral cortex.
Sure.
When I saw you, it brought up the case files that IDIS keeps, yada yada yada.
I'm sure they
Doesn't
are
really matter.
many and very long.
You have quite a significant bounty on your heads, I would say.
Good. Right. They are in different states of working on the ship, out and about, and dead.
My condolences.
It happens. Why do you want the Davy Drive?
Well, it's not that I personally want it, but I've been tasked with acquiring it. It's intellectual property of the IDIS Corporation.
Isn't everything?
It was acquired through several mergers and yada yada yada, but suffice to say,
Sorry,
we
did you
do
say
hold the
murders?
legal documentation for the device. It was stolen, we need it back.
Oh, it's we now, is it?
You do know who I work for, I assume.
No, I do, but a minute ago it was they, and then it was ideas, and now it's we, so...
Pronouns are tricky.
The way a man describes his job and the people he works for says a lot about him as a person.
Well, I am, in fact, IDIS property after all. I have a job to do.
It's pretty grim.
And I'm a bit overdue on my contract, so I'm a bit frustrated by that. So I'd very much like to know the location of what you're looking for, but I'm gathering you're not going to tell me.
Can't tell you
So-
because I don't know.
Right. We'll stick with that then.
Oh, we should stick with that. You should believe I barely understand what the Davy Drive is, let alone how to find it. So, sorry, you called the wrong idiot, Captain.
Are you and your... My question then. Are you and your companions, living or dead, interested in a full pardon?
From who?
From everyone. We could make that happen if you provided us with what we're looking for, and you and your companions, living or dead, could then return to your lives back on Earth. Your homes and occupations and domiciles in San Angeles would be returned to you. Your acquaintances that have been detained, released.
I have a lot of acquaintances. You're going to have to remind me which ones.
I'll get a list for you.
Why would I want to go back to San Angeles? I've got a ship. Got the whole of space before me.
The way that I understand it, some people have fondness or affinity towards their homes.
Not you, though. Yours is, what, a corporate skyscraper somewhere.
Mine is my ship.
Does IDIS pay you to say that, too?
Yes.
It's fucking grim.
Well, a job's a job's a job. I believe it's my turn. Where are you right now?
On my ship.
What's the name of the ship?
You don't know.
I hadn't heard of you until very recently.
The Vengeance.
And last, we're seeing eye to eye.
No, Jack, I don't think we are.
Should we forgo with the question mumbo jumbo, then get on to resolving the matter at hand?
I guess I'll never find out if Edward Teach was real.
Read a history book, I suppose.
I don't really have time. I'm busy becoming, I don't know, the best, richest pirate out here.
Well, then it seems that we shall be seeing each other on the open seas, or space, or what have you.
I would make a deal with you. You know. You, Captain Jack Sparrow. From the movies, from the theme parks.
And what would the parameters of this deal be exactly?
I suppose you'd not have to be a sellout, a corporate shill, a barely human shade of the character you played in the early movies. There was freedom in that. There's nothing on the other side of this screen but a fucking costume and a lot of eyeliner. You're a bad cosplayer at best, Jack. So get the fuck off my ship.
That feels like you're trying to provoke. I don't know to what end.
I don't know, personal satisfaction mostly.
Awaken the pirate spirit in Jack Sparrow!
Set him
Rev him
free.
up. Set him free. Set him free.
Steal his corporate ship, set him free!
I've unlocked a side quest.
We'll go with... This is definitely provoke. This almost seems like an attack more than
I
it
want
is.
to hurt his feelings really bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's
let's
the
go with
thing.
that.
I think this might be the first time I've done this in 8 fucking episodes. A stunt I would like to use.
Okay.
It's called The Death Sentence in 12 Systems.
Yay.
Okay.
And I gain +2 to provoke among criminals, outlaws, and other denizens of the underworld. And he's a pirate.
He is.
Savvy, is that a new stein?
It's a new stunt that I just took with our last milestone. Thank you for asking.
I love it so much. Does it have pockets?
It
Pockets.
does, but anything you pull out of them, you do have to talk to your therapist about.
This is very fair.
Watch me roll real bad.
All right. So you're going to roll provoke.
Dun, 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 dun.
Jack is going to roll will.
Okay. I've rolled a 3. Which all told, could have been worse. Jesus Christ.
I rolled all pluses. The last time I played this game, I rolled all minuses like 3 times in a game.
That's the first decent roll I think I've ever made on roll. Well, okay, so I super don't win. But I still feel good about myself.
So you don't succeed. I think the way he responds then is, it's been a while since I've had any sort of challenge. I'm very much looking forward to this. I suppose I'll be seeing you then.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it as well. Because if you set foot within 1,000 kilometers of us, I'm gonna give you a black spot in the middle of your fucking forehead.
Well, that sounds like a challenge unlike any I've had in a long time, so... good luck with that.
Cheers, Captain.
And the feed cuts.
Was that Captain Jack Sparrow?
Yes, it was. He's real.
He's probably just a jacked up skin. Like, don't worry about it. But okay. So he said something about like having like acquaintances. Who does he? Who do they have? But who do they have?
He works for IDIS. So it could be literally anyone.
Well, no one on our ship.
No, I mean,
Is Clarity anywhere in the room? Because her mother was on Earth.
and Marcus was on Earth.
I got some friends in pretty low places. I don't know. Renata, maybe? That's not really gonna hit.
You receive a Anne comes over and says, a secondary transmission was received.
Yeah,
Do
because
you
men
wish
always
me-
gotta have the last fucking word. Put it up.
And it comes up, and there's a series of like forms and like detention forms that come up, and they begin to flash on the screen. And you see a number of names come up. You see Dr. Mallory Caro, Darla Kane. Or sorry, not Darla Kane. That's you, Impulse. You see
Oh, no!
Dr. Mallory Caro. You
Wait.
see Scooter. Renata Jordan.
She'll be fine.
Explicit.
No!
You see...
Is it just a list of everyone Impulse has fucked?
Yeah.
In Impulse's defense, Choke has fucked at least one of those people.
It's true.
Gemma Bolton. Who was... Do I need to read out the
No,
names?
that's-
of those
no,
people?
we know who
was
they
that
are.
Choke's agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance Kensington.
Fuck Lance. Sorry.
I don't remember him.
He was the worst. It's
His
okay.
name is Lance, so I feel like I did.
Yeah,
like
he was.
him.
He was really the worst.
Is Crisis on there?
Yes, Crisis
No!
is on.
Oh no!
As long as Dr. Trent.
Oh, Dr.
Oh,
Trent!
Trent.
You see, you see Helena.
That's where
the mom.
That's where
That's
the problem
mom.
starts.
Yeah. You see. Let's see, where are the others? Marcus Thatcher.
No.
And you see Klaxon.
He'll be fine. Klaxon's more trained for that shit than I am. He's real military shit.
In this line of work, we kind of tell ourselves that most of the people that we run into don't matter, right?
It's a lie.
Yeah, it's a big lie.
We all know it's a lie. Who's gonna tell Clarity?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'd like to maybe save that for when Clarity is actually here. Maybe we can do that scene later on.
Okay. Meantime, Captain Jack Sparrow's real and wants to kill me.
It's kind of cool, actually.
It's really cool.
I mean, I guess it is some street cred.
Oh, never meet your heroes, kids.
Well, the way I see it, we have two options. One, do the thing that I think literally none of us want to do, which would be, kowtow and tell them everything and then have our friends set free. Option two is ignore him best we can. I'm sure he'll be on our tail somewhat. Go pick up the pieces of 8, get the remainder of that treasure that Captain Thatch told us about, and buy out ideas.
He's gonna be able to follow us. He's got some kind of connection to Thatch's whole shit.
I also have some sort of connection to Thatcher's whole shit. We could just drop bad breadcrumbs.
Now there's an idea.
I can facilitate this attempt to jam our location and any attempts to trace us, as well as providing dummy information that for them to follow, but it will only last for some time. Eventually, they will find us.
Well, we'll be ready when they do, won't we?
Yeah, with time to prepare, we can be ready.
Then, as you humans say, let's get to it.
Suppose this is war, Peacock.
Did you say humans?
Did you make a Clue reference?
Is that not what you are, humans?
I like old movies.
I believe it's pronounced human.
That's what I said, human.
And 85 did have a lot of gems, so that's fair.
I'm assuming this is a conversation that I'm having with Annie. You guys can't hear me doing this.
Nope.
Well, you can hear me.
Yeah.
but-
It's just human. You
You know what, like Clue? Have you seen it?
I love Clue. No, it's actually one of my favorites. How do you think that I knew that you were making the reference without having seen the movie like a million times?
Memes.
Fair. No.
Unfortunately, memes died when they outlawed cryptocurrency. They had to also get rid of memes too.
All became
Unfortunately,
NFTs.
they became so intertwined that they had to get rid of memes.
I don't
You know
see
what?
There's
how
some
any
out
of
there,
so
but they're
worthy.
extremely black market.
I don't see how any of that's bad.
Yeah, just a worthy sacrifice, honestly.
I would give up memes to get rid of cryptocurrency.
I didn't say that all aspects of the world were bad, just a lot of them. There are some silver linings to our cyberpunk future.
Listen, we're fucked up. Even we're not gonna fuck around with cryptocurrency, guys. It's bad and it's killing the planet. Don't do it. I don't even know what to do now.
No.
Should we get ready to go after Captain Carnage?
We're gonna need some more guns. Me specifically.
I had an idea.
Is it where I can get more guns?
It
Or
kind
more
of
arms
is-
to hold more guns?
Maybe both, actually. have a way of getting a hold of Captain Beetle, do we?
Can't imagine he's that hard to find.
I imagine y'all traded numbers.
Oh, we're Facebook friends now. I did forget.
That's right. You did add each other.
All
on
right.
Yeah.
Call him on the portal.
Facebook. Which is the combination of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and it's Fittergram.
Got it.
Set up the little tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Battergram.
Oh, follow your face.
People say it 2 different ways. It's like GIF and GIF now.
It's like
Yeah.
human and human.
Like human and human. Okay, I'll be completely honest. I said human by accident, but that's where we're going. with
No,
this.
no. That she
I thought it
says
was
that way.
purposeful, or else I would not.
Sometimes
I
the
totally
memes
said
they just
human
get
by
into your
accident,
circuitry.
and I was like, they're maybe they didn't notice that I accidentally said human.
Oh, we noticed.
But we're going with it now.
Heck yeah.
There's only one website on the deep web where you can get memes now, and it is I Can Has Cheeseburger.
That's it.
Can I have Doc Ock arms so I can hold more guns?
You want new cyberware, essentially.
I want to be Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
Initially,
Yeah,
I
we
thought
can-
maybe General Grievous. But now I'm thinking, because chat mentioned it, more of like a Dr. Octopus. That's 6 guns, baby.
Yeah, we could do a little bit of shopping to pad out the rest of the session so we don't
Should
have to get
Dr.
into
Octopus be
anything.
Dr. Squid because he's got 6 arms?
Unless you want to go to a full
No,
8
'cause it counts as
and
arms and legs.
really.
It counts
that
as
is
legs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
He's
Seven,
got
eight,
8 appendages total.
Yeah.
Appendages.
Yeah.
Chat says
Chat,
he
he
has
has
legs.
He
legs.
has legs.
Okay, and I'm supposed to look at squids and go, some of those are legs.
Yeah. Half of okay. From now on, when we look at octopus, you have to decide which ones are the legs.
You tell me. How do octopus wear
Every
shoes?
octopus-
Is the new how do
every
horse
oc-
wear pants? How do octopus wear shoes?
Just one big one right on the top of the head.
I explained how Centaur wear dresses. It's just an
You
ASIM
did.
cut.
Centaur legs aren't also arms, which is
I
apparently
guess
how
now it is
octopus work.
my responsibility, my privilege as a GM to figure out how to actually show you how octopus wear shoes.
Is kraken, squid, or octopus?
They have 10 tentacles, so I don't think it's either.
Doctopus.
Dectopus.
I was gonna say tentipus and then was like, ew, why does that sound so bad?
No.
That does sound bad. Please
No.
never say that again.
No. I hate it.
Tentipus.
No. Well, that's the end of our session.
But what
everyone.
if it was called
Watching.
a tentipus?
No, it's even worse in the ASMR. It's so much
No
worse.
one gets ASMR from that.
Ugh.
I just killed.
What's anti ASMR?
ASMR.
Me.
Well, that's fair.
This is at least giving me enough time to pull up the rule book so I can check something. So please keep going.
Is it whether octopus have arms or legs?
Can we just make a t-shirt that has Savvy's face on it that says anti-ASMR?
Raise your hand in chat if you would wear a shirt with my face on it.
We could just get a shirt that just has like a stock footage of an octopus and say, "How do octopus wear shoes?" And that's a shirt.
How do octopus wear shoes?
Morgan's not even here, and we're murdering her.
I'm sorry, Morgan.
I'm sorry,
I'm not.
Morgan. I'm sorry.
You're welcome. What
Okay.
can I say?
Dr.
except
Reverse Hentai,
you're
you stop
welcome.
that!
Who's yelling?
That
Ah!
tentipus.
All right.
No, Tentipus, no. Ugh.
Uh,
you
everyone-
made me say it.
tentipus shirt.
Stop it! No.
No one in GGK should be allowed to have a freestanding microphone.
Ugh.
Headset mics only on the channel from now on.
You just don't go like this.
And then we just become Dane Cook's fucking Burger King bit forever. And that's the fucking legacy of this channel. We're all just Dane Cook.
GGK, we're just Dane Cook. No.
I'm not putting that on a t-shirt.
No,
Nobody
I
will
don't.
watch this
No.
fucking channel.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
Whopper and
so
an
you
onion.
want Choke wants to go shopping for some new cyberware. Does anybody else want to go shopping for anything? Or do any experimentations, build anything?
I can't believe it's taken me this long to think about extra arms for guns.
I have a boyfriend who doesn't know that I have an AI in my head. Should probably tell him that.
You bragging or okay? You want to?
No, I should probably tell him.
Based on his reaction, we'll find out.
Some nights I just feel on it. Okay, and this is one of those nights.
But you're on it, but you can't tell me how octopus wear shoes.
I'm
With their
thinking
feet.
about it. Okay.
With their feet.
That's how octopus are choose.
Ew.
With
I
their
just thought
feet.
about octopus, but with toes.
Oh!
How do octopus wear toes?
I have a picture of a man who has hands or fingers that I can send to you.
No,
No!
I don't
Which has
have
just
fingers.
made its way around this channel.
No.
That's right, G. We're talking about the hand guy again.
I hate
Suck
that
it.
guy. I hate
Oh, he
it.
was in the last episode.
He was in the
G
last
was
episode.
in literally the live reactions channel going, I'm fucking sick of the hand man. Stop it with the hand man. We're not
The
gonna do
Handman is
it.
going to be in every campaign I run forever.
But his name is not the
no.
hand man.
No, it's the Tickle Monster.
It is the Tickle Monster.
No!
and it comes from.
And he's
okay,
here! I've
anecdote time.
manifested him
Tickle
with my
Monster.
mind.
Have I ever told the story of Tickle Monster on the channel?
No.
I can take 5 minutes to do this.
Don't
Tickle
ever.
Monster comes from a very specific.
You've all
and
seen
out
the
of
art at
context,
this point.
Yeah.
out of context, very seemingly weird game that we used to play with my dad, and
Oh, you meant this story.
yeah, Tickle Monster originally came from that because my dad would play a game with us when we were a kid. We'd run around the house and we'd turn off all the lights and he'd chase us around the house and we had to hide. And he was the Tickle Monster and he caught us. He tickled us.
No.
So then I decided to take that childhood trauma and turn it into, it's not really trauma.
I
but
thought
take
you were
that
telling-
and turn that into a monster for our first
You
D&D campaign.
made
we ran.
the Tickle Monster? You made him!
I didn't do the art, but I didn't get
I-
the art or anything.
I wanna
That's
preface-
I don't know who made that art, but
I want to preface what I'm about to say with Val's dad is an amazing human being, and we love him very much, and he's done nothing wrong. But I thought you were going to tell the other traumatizing tickle story about your
Mr.
dad.
Needles.
Mr. Needles. Because Val's dad also has a character that he calls. Wait, I can do a good impression of your
What
dad.
is Mr.
It
Needles?
sounds way worse.
Mr. Needles?
And he would do that, and he would like poke us,
Mr. Needles?
like in the sides and stuff with the like again like he was tickling us. But again, it was a funny thing, and we thought it was hilarious as kids, and we'd all scream and run around and stuff like that until my sister had a friend over, and the sister
Mr.
went, my sister
Needles
went home and was talking.
Oh, no!
My mom was like, "You cannot do Mr. Needles with strangers' children at the house because they're gonna go home and tell their
Oh,
parents that, that Mr. Needles was there." And Mr. Glenn, my dad, played Mr. Needles with them.
Again, which is why I preface this with Val's dad is an absolutely lovely human being.
He sounds like a fucking
Who-
gem.
Didn't even
He didn't.
think about it. He was just
Of
like, "Oh, this is
course.
like a fun
It's
character
a fun
I'm
game
playing."
for the kids.
He's also
yeah.
from New York, so he's just kind of like, "Yeah, Mr. Needle."
The needles.
Mr. Needles.
And now the whole internet knows about this.
Yeah, now it's on the internet. Thank you, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. If you're out there, we know you're not. We love you.
Thanks, Glenn.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Glenn.
Anyway, that took up a few minutes, but we'll move on.
I'm losing it. I can't. These are the conversations we usually have after the stream.
No, they're just on the air right now.
So welcome
Yeah.
everyone
You're welcome to
To
post
our
What
weird
happens-
little world.
to Neon
This is what
Souls
happens.
episode 8, Mr. Needles.
This is what happens when I have to
Mystery
pad
Needles.
for time, and because I don't have the next part of the campaign ready. So.
Talk about Mr. Needles.
All right.
I'm gonna have to
We're
post
gonna-
the art again of the Tickle Monster in the Discord.
No, I hate
He's
it.
coming back.
I hate
Everyone's seen him. I need to have like actual art commission that I can credit an artist for, because I just found that somewhere and I don't even know where I got it from and I don't know who made it.
I mean,
so I'm not going to show
Pinterest,
it
but-
online because I feel bad for.
Yeah, I mean that was like years ago
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
found that. And there was an artist credit.
yeah.
I bet I can find him.
All right.
I bet they know Mr. Needles. I'll ask Mr. Needles.
it. He's the tickle monster of Mr. Needles. Are they friends?
I
Do
gotta
they
bring
go
Mr.
out for
Needles in
drinks?
here. All right. So,
I will literally pay for an NPC name.
all right, I'm getting us back on track. We are shopping.
Track.
Choke wants to go buy some robot arms.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to do anything? I think, Sam, you looked for a second like you had an idea of something you wanted to do.
Oh,
Okay.
no, yeah, I wanted to talk to Phoebus.
Oh, right. That's what you wanted to do.
Hmm.
And then Impulse, is there anything you want to do?
Impulse is just kind of in shock right now. Because all of her exes that live in San Angeles are in prison right now. And they could probably fill their own cell block. So,
Is this a conversation you want to have with Alco?
I mean, Alco knows everything. They're very open with each other, but. Maybe.
Okay. You think about it. Let's do Chokes first, and then we'll do Chance, and then we can finish up with Impulse. So Choke, you want to do some shopping?
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, this is going to be a resource roll. Just FYI. I don't know if Choke has resources that she wants to use, or...
Yes. I do have a resources.
Okay.
Couldn't remember. But I do.
All right. You head into the Reclamation sort of city center, where the sort of like market is. There's a lot of shops over there, where a lot of storefronts where you could buy things, and so you go kind of wandering around for a I guess an affordable cyberware dealer.
Sure.
Okay. You making your way around, kind of asking your questions. A few people tell you, and we'll just skip through the conversation parts where he says, tell you about a cyberware sort of dock that operates, gets a lot of good stuff. Not exactly on the up and up, but can get you some very top of the line cyberware for an affordable price. So they point you down like a couple of back alleys, and they say look out for the blue door at the end of like the third alley on your left.
Okay.
So you head down that way, and you come up to see this blue painted like steel door set into the wall of this alleyway between a couple of apartment buildings.
Knock
There's a buzzer
3
on the
times.
side, yeah.
Oh, I'll buzz then. I was gonna do a song joke, but I'll buzz instead.
Okay.
Oh,
Knock
twice
3
on
times.
the pipe. I was with you. I was with you the whole time I was singing it.
Fucking some old references we're making today. Knock 3 times on the window if you want me.
We good?
Twice on the pipes means you ain't gonna show.
Buzzes on the other side,
darling.
and someone.
Sorry.
Can I help you?
Yeah. looking for cyberware. What's his face? Sent me.
Rad. Come on in. And the door buzzes, and you hear the lock disengage. Head inside, and you see this, what was probably once a store or an apartment maybe, has been like gutted, and you just see hanging from the ceiling and like put on shelves and walls and all over the place displayed just copious amounts of cyberware, some not some like low end stuff that looks like it's barely functioning, kind of rusted, and then towards like the back there's some like more high end things that are behind some like security perimeters and stuff too, and on kind of coming up to you in a wheelchair is a very like big sort of muscular looking gentleman. Has a what's the word I'm looking for, like the shaved sides and the flat top,
A flat top?
like the military haircut. Yeah.
Jarhead.
Like a buzz cut?
Yeah, there's a buzz cut. Comes rolling up and says, all right, so you're looking for some equipment?
Yeah.
All right. I can help you with that. You need it installed too, I assume.
Yeah, I'd like to have it one and done.
All right. What you looking for? He rolls back and turns or pivots and heads back to the into the shop.
Too many guns, not enough hands.
All right. Additional arms, not replacement arms then.
Yeah, no, I'm good with the ones I got.
All right. I got some recent models. He stops and points. He says, left to right would be cheapest to most expensive.
Sure.
I can probably the 050s, the Delta 6s, and the 46 blacks are going to be your best bets if you're looking for additional augmentation. You're going to run into some problems with the older models, a little bit finicky, less responsive. Do you have any sort of neural augmentation implants for additional control?
No, not neural. I got my nerves, essentially.
Nerve replacement, that'll suffice. You won't get the same level of customization with it, but the response time should be good. So you'll probably find with the older models, but I would recommend maybe some of the newer ones. The mid range is probably more of your in your line of what you're looking for, unless you're willing to shell out some additional money for the bells and whistles. But I wouldn't really recommend it if you don't have the neural implant. You're not going to really get all the customization out of it that model's gonna look for.
Yeah, I don't really need them. The
All right.
built-in response time is enough, usually.
All right. Pulls it down and lets out a whistle, and you see a platform kind of hover up off the ground, just look like a panel on the floor. Hovers up off the ground and over towards him, and he places a hand on this sort of like mag lifted like tray, essentially. Takes a couple down. It's like, how many are you looking for? 1, 2,
10. 2, ideally. It all really depends on how much this is going to run me.
Well, if you're going for 2, I give 20% off on 2 or more, so I can deduct that. Probably if you're looking for installation too, I handle that. It's going to be additional fee, but I'll take some of that off the price if you're buying here too. Runs a couple of numbers and flips over his data pad that's kind of anchored to the arm of his wheelchair. Turns it towards you, and it's a pretty high number, maybe something you could afford, but a little bit steep for what you might have been looking for. I'm not going to give out numbers here because they're meaningless.
Yeah.
He says, that sound fair?
Yeah, I'm not about to try to lowball somebody who's gonna be cutting into my back, so.
I'm gathered you're pretty new around here.
New's not the word I'd use, but I like to think I have a healthy respect for your profession.
I'm gonna have you roll resources here.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I want to do. Hold on. What other stats do you have? What do you have that's good?
Just weapons.
Curious if you have anything else.
Weapons,
besides
pilot,
resources.
fight,
No.
physique.
We'll go with,
all the things you would expect. Athletics. And then some other
Let's go.
stuff.
Let's go with resources then. That's the best stat. I'm just curious whether you had any rapport moves or anything.
No, I have provoke. 2, 3.
Okay. He leans back and turns the panel around, hits a few other things, turns it back towards you, and it's a little lower than it was before. He's like, never take the first price they give you up front. Most people around here haggle. This is about what it's worth. I'm just not going to give you the full amount up front if I'm expecting you to come in and try to... But you seem nice enough, so... Flips the data pad back.
Fine. I'll take your price, but I'm not going to tip.
Now you're learning. Come on, workshop's back this way. Rolls to the back. And there is the like a medical center, essentially like a basically what you would expect in like a chop shop kind of clinic sort of thing. He says, now I have to tell you up front, I don't have my license anymore. People stopped calling me Doc here pretty long time ago, and well, can't say I like the nickname they gave me anymore with the Mr. or the Doc attached to it, but you know, take your pick. Oh, you're gonna ask, aren't you? Right.
You brought it up.
I got a bit of a reputation here for well, getting us some pretty tough scrapes, and we'll probably use some of my medical license for some more unscrupulous things. So people used to call me Doc, but now they call me Mr. Nasty. Damn it, I can't do it. I can't do it, G. I can't. They call me Mr. Nasty.
I thought we were going to hold it together.
I tried.
Listen.
But just call me Nat, please.
In the circles that I run in, and there are a few, I've heard worse.
I'm sure you have.
Although well, if I'd known your nickname first, the get-up is not exactly what I'd expect.
Yeah. If you do. I can't decide if it's better than Dr. Nasty, though, so we'll,
I don't know, it has kind of a ring to it.
Alright, we'll get on the table. I'll get to work. Face down. I gotta work on your back, so... Hits a lever on the side and it
Sure,
falls
you have
flat.
to say that to a lot of people, Mr. Nasty.
Right. If you say one more word, I'm jacking up the price.
Yes, doctor.
Alright. And he gets to work installing choke. 2 more robotic arms. I don't have like...
I've done it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. As far as like ending the session, making this mechanical, because I'm not going to give you like a stunt or something for it. I would recommend maybe at the end of the session renaming one of your aspects to reflect this, so you can use it later on. Might be the best thing to do for it. Yeah, and then later, if you want to do like a stunt or something for it, we can too. But for the most part, it's going to be narrative. So
That works for me.
all right. Let's get over to Chance. Well, I got Mr. Nasty in there. Thanks for the tip, G.
Don't say it like that, though.
They know exactly what they just did. Exactly what they just did.
I got Mr. Nasty in there.
They were able to squeeze Mr. Nasty in.
Sam?
And thanks for the tip.
Sam!
Fuck you.
G, remember this was a family-friendly channel? It was never a family-friendly channel.
It was never
okay.
a friendly channel either.
It was never a friendly channel.
You
either.
said what we were
All right.
all thinking. We're not friendly here.
Chance.
We're all
I hate
Mr.
everyone.
Nasty.
I hate everyone, so.
Find...
We gotta make a Mr. Nasty t-shirt. Okay. Do
We
romance.
already have a do it if you're nasty. Sorry.
We do.
Do
We
it,
do.
Mr. Nasty.
Do it, Mr. Nasty.
That's
Hit it,
somehow
Mr. Nasty.
way worse than either thing.
I wanted to say, hit it, Mr. Nasty is what's going to be on the shirt.
Oh my god. No, it's be hit it, Dr. Nasty.
Hit it, Dr. Nasty.
Stay gold, nasty boy.
I got 15 minutes before I can end the session.
No, because we wasted like 5 on Mr. Needles. You gotta give 5 extra.
Chance, you find
Yeah.
Phoebus. What would Phoebus be doing right now? I guess y'all are trying to load up with cargo and supplies for the trip. Phoebus is working on Alco has tasked him with refueling. So is outside the ship, has these like long cables that are essentially like plugged into the external like ports for the drive for the ship, and is currently recharging those. So is working on that, looking at some gauges and taking some readings as you come around the outside of the ship.
Okay. So I just kind of like awkwardly sidle up to the situation and knock on like the wall. Like knock knock.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, you used to work with, I mean, you still sort of do work with like computers and AI and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I do.
How do you feel about AI in general? No reason, really.
They're like, I mean, I feel about them like I feel about people. Some are cool, some not so much.
Good. I might, so I don't know if anyone's really told you what happened when we were on our trip. We found a ship, which is why we're all, not alive right now.
Yeah, did you teleport?
Yes, we did. It was really fascinating. An AI teleported us from that ship to here, and they can teleport us back
That's
from
cool.
wherever I happen to be. Specifically. Or Impulse's datapad.
I feel like there's a connection here you're expecting me to make.
I'm just sort of gauging the waters. I had a neural implant that didn't have any OS or really anything on it. And I may have uploaded an AI into it. It's not a newer one, it's rather old, actually. Anne, how old are you?
How old am
Anne.
I don't know, but I think
Oh,
Phoebus is.
he's like,
How old am
oh no,
I-
I'm talking to,
It depends on which version of me you're speaking of. My original processors were developed approximately 75 years ago. But the latest model update that I currently have was installed 55 years ago.
Okay. The current version of the OS that I'm carrying is 55 years old.
And this AI came from the ship?
Yes, it was the navigational computer for that ship, but it seems to do a lot more than just that. It's quite advanced, really, for just a ship's AI.
Did you at least do like a screening before you uploaded it into your brain?
We have done a screening and it's clean. There's no viruses on it or anything.
By the way, you answered that question. I assume it was not before.
No, it wasn't before, but it is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
You seem like you understand what a bad idea that was, so I don't think I need to say it.
I really do. I really quite do understand what a bad idea it was, but at the moment, it kind of seemed like a pressing issue. We only had 20 minutes to remain in that area, otherwise we would die of radiation poisoning, and I thought that the potential of being able to transport back to our ship and then have a way to get back there was more important than, not disseminating.
I don't know what you expect me to say here.
I know it's a lot.
That wasn't a good idea, but it's your brain.
True, and I know it's a lot, and I guess I just wanted to make sure that you wouldn't hate me for it.
Again, I'm not gonna hate you for it's your stuff. Like, you can do what you want. It's not a choice that I probably would have made because I don't think I'd like somebody else's voice in my head.
It's actually not that bad. It's kind of like having a friend with you everywhere.
A friend that you can't, get space from.
I mean, it's a computer. I can tell it to shut up.
You do know that it's an AI and it doesn't have to do what you say.
True. So far, she's been fine.
That's good. I would just say, recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do the screening first next time.
Oh, there won't be a next time.
Okay. You say that, but just in case, because I'm sure you didn't think there'd be a first time either. If it does come up, again, I would strongly recommend, as somebody who maybe understands a little bit about this stuff, do a, just at least a virus scan first.
I mean, clarity was there. I just think she wasn't paying attention.
She rarely is.
Fair point. All right.
Okay.
Well, next time I will check before I start,
And again, it's your call. I'm more making a recommendation for your own health and safety.
Yeah, of course. But yes, next time before I go sticking things in my brain, I will make sure they don't have viruses. That sounds really bad now that I don't. I made a stupid decision.
Maybe a little bit. It's endearing though, so.
Thank you.
Do you need me to do any more sweeps?
Potentially one more. I don't think we did. This was more that we had Nemo sweep it. I think we might need a real sweep.
Oh. Yeah. I can work on that later. Once I'm done with this, we can do it. I can maybe try to set up a partition just in case, so you have backups.
True. Also, Impulse does have a copy. It's the same OS. It wouldn't be different if we don't want to mess too much with my brain.
That works too. Again, a little less concerned with Impulse's data pad than I am with your.
Oh no, of course. Of course. That's... Yeah. She did make me do a thumbs up.
That's what happens when you have another consciousness running things in your body.
Oh.
Upside, as long as she's operating normally, isn't gonna bug out and start making you do weird stuff, that could end up being helpful.
Yeah.
AIs process things a little bit faster, so might help there. I'm not calling you a klutz, but I am calling you a klutz.
I mean, that's initially what my, neural implant and nervous upgrades were meant to be, which to stop me from doing that. And clearly, here we are. So that's a good point.
Well, the tricky part with AI is that I can't go in like a program and calibrate it to compensate for that. That's more of something you're going to have to talk with the AI about, and maybe they'll be willing to help you.
Negotiate with an AI.
It's kind of your only option.
All right. Well, it's better than not an option at all. Worst case scenario, she says no, and I'm the same.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. All right. I'll finish up here, and I can take a look at that later.
Okay. Thank you. And I imagine Clarity may not want to talk to me for a while, so...
Yeah, she's got a real thing with AI.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a problem. I think we should have an intervention about it, because it's kind of bordering on irrational.
Yeah, maybe this will help. Maybe. Sort of exposure therapy.
Yeah. Maybe we'll save
That doesn't work.
different episode for that. So
Yeah, another time.
yeah. All right, I'll be in a second. Should be done here pretty quick.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And you head back inside.
Go.
And we can set that up for later and do another scene there. I guess we have 4 minutes left. Do you Impulse, have you decided, do you want to talk to Alco?
I think if anything, she just goes back to their room and takes out the little compact and just opens and closes it. And stares off into space.
Alco maybe is walking past and looks in and then takes a step back into the door frame. You all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure?
I don't think I've ever asked this question. I don't think I ever will again. Am I a bad person?
No.
Even if my actions are responsible for the imprisonment of countless individuals. I mean, countless. Really, I've kind of lost count.
He steps in the room. I think goes and sits on the bed next to you. I think you've made lots of bad decisions, but bad decisions don't make you a bad person. Did something happen?
Well, apparently nothing new. We just happened to find out about it. Yeah, I don't think we got away from our problems on Earth as well as we initially thought.
Someone in trouble?
Several. Someone's. Yeah.
Well, if you want to tell me about it, I'm here. But whatever's going on, we can fix it. I mean, I know you'll fix it. I'm sure I'll have a very minor part to play in any of it, but I'm sure you've already got a plan.
You know, normally I would, but I just sort of have this whole, like the edges of my vision are just sort of red, and like my face is very hot, and I'm just sort of imagining like plunging something sharp into Mickey Mouse's eye, like repeatedly. That's really like the only plan that has really solidified in my head so far.
He just like places a comforting hand on your back and says, I think we all want to stab Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that something very specific happened there then.
They have a lot of people that don't deserve it.
Well, we knew that running out here into space probably wasn't going to last forever.
Fair. I just didn't think I'd feel this bad about it.
And that's why you're not a bad person.
Remember that whole space pirating thing we were talking about?
Yeah, you talked about that a few times.
Yeah. Well, you will feel good about the fact that once we get done with it, we'll be able to keep little Scarlet flying for lifetimes? I think lifetimes is fair.
All right. So what's the job?
Mergers and acquisitions?
I guess I should go get the ship running then.
Yeah.
See, I told you you'd have a plan. Come on.
Fine. For real though, like what would be the best way to like really get into the eye though? Like is there a good tool for that? She.
Yeah, I think as you go around the corner, he said, well, if you're looking, I'd recommend small caliber if you're going for firearms, but if you're going for a knife of some sort, and it just like fades in the distance. And that is where we're going to end our session with talks on how to stab Mickey Mouse. As Choke emerges. I said, like, into the hangar, we get the final scene of Choke, like, walking up
slow pan
the
up.
plank. Yeah, walking up, like, the cargo ramp into the hold. And then, I guess, do you want to describe what they look like, Choke?
No, because I haven't had time to think about it.
Okay.
But I do want to say one thing.
Okay.
The power of the gun in the palm of my hand.
You proud of that?
Yes!
All right.
Immensely.
And it pans up. We get just about to Choke's waist, and it cuts over to like Swin looking at some cargo manifest, and she looks back. She goes, "Holy shit!" And then it cuts to black, and that's the end of the.
Because I have some things I want to talk to you about before I figure out what
Okay.
these things look like.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, we'll come up with details for that.
Entertained.
Very entertained. This whole episode has been very entertaining. I hope y'all were entertained too. I told y'all I had some bullshit ready this week, and
Woo!
we had a lot of bullshit to get through. Woo! So yeah, thanks
None of that
everyone
was
for
bullshit.
watching.
It was great.
80% of that wasn't bullshit.
Yeah.
That's generous. Thanks everyone.
Well, I've got
for
4 arms, so.
watching. Y'all get a minor milestone.
Hey.
Use to tweak some stuff if you need to. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Like I said, thanks everyone out there for watching. Join us tomorrow for Saturday night's Star Power. We're going to be playing the next session of our Fate anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired Fate game at 5 o'clock Eastern time. And then we're back for Slang 101 on Sunday. 201 on Sunday. I've said 101 for so long, it's going to take me equally long.
56 episodes of that show to have you guys not be sophomores now.
Yeah. The longest freshman year.
I literally was going back through the YouTube. It's like 56 episodes.
Yeah. It's nuts. I think it's steadily approaching our longest running show on the channel.
And it's only getting worse.
No, it's like a fine wine. Makes you feel real fucked up afterwards.
Why am I drinking vinegar?
Oh.
Yeah, join us for Slang 201 on Sunday at 4, and then on Monday at 8, we'll be back with the Forgotten. And yeah, the rest of our schedule through next Sunday will run pretty much normal. And then, like I said at the top of the stream, starting on the 17th for the next 2 weeks at the most after that, Savannah and I will unfortunately not be available since we're moving. And we will hopefully some of the stuff will keep going while we're gone. But if not, enjoy your January break after your
Enjoy our
winter
YouTube.
break.
Do you guys know how many videos are on that thing?
Oh, lordy.
Yeah.
Go to our YouTube and find some absolute bullshit to blackmail us with, because I know there's some stuff on there. That would be absolutely delightful to watch.
Check out the whole cast on their through their Twitters on everything that they do. Does anybody have anything they want to plug or promote before we get going?
I'll say one thing. So usually myself and other GGK cast member Alex on Sunday nights are on LB Hackamup's channel on Sunday nights playing Masks. We've been off for a few weeks because of travel and illness and stuff, but we'll be back this week, at least for the next couple of weeks. So come hang out with us on Sunday night after Slang 101. Sophia,
You did it too. You just did it
Yeah,
too.
I did. Because it's in my brain now. Val did that to me.
Amazing.
The power of suggestion is incredible.
In the palm of your hands.
Sophia's in incredible danger.
Anything else? Nope. All right. Well, like I said, thank you everyone out there for watching. Thank you to my lovely cast for being awesome and being as goofy as I need you to be, but not Cthulhu goofy. So that we can get through this.
We don't speak that name
will
here.
We do not speak that name.
see you in a week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.